I'm I'm the least techie one of the two of us, so yeah, not actually sure if this is working. Can anyone hear me? There's meant to be 5 people. Hello, 5 people. That's all. Full disclosure as well. I am cracking a beer, as I said that I would, and I do have some cigarettes pre-rolled. So excuse me for smoking and drinking, but hey, that's what we do. So I'm not sure how to actually do this. This is the first time, so please bear with me. Yes, sounds good. Awesome, thank you. There is a fan on in the background. Not sure if that's messing anything up. Let me know if it is. Yeah, got the fan on because there's mosquitoes out at the moment, and it's pretty awful. I went a bit John McEnroe with this one, so it's not really doing any good anymore. Hey from Coventry. Hey buddy, how's it going? Oh, this is really surreal. I'm talking to myself, but other people are there. It's yeah, very strange. So yeah, obviously only me for this little live stream. Sort of doing it as a tester to see if it's going to be possible for us in the future. Yeah, Emily and Hudson are currently in Malta, actually in Gozo. That's where we used to live before we came here. So yeah, they're catching up with friends. We've got family over there. So she's there until Wednesday, I believe. I picked them up. So yeah, should be all right here by myself. That's why I thought I'd try this live thing. Yeah, so if anyone's got any questions, I mean, feel free to say whatever you want. I'm all ears. It's just me and the dogs here. Dogs. They've Neil from Cornwall. Hey Cornish, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, the dogs have just been fed, so they're a little bit playful. But oh, actually, on that note, oh, that's another one. JR from Arundel. How's it going, buddy? Love Arundel. Let me just grab the dog. I'll do a little pup date. Come here, you. Come here. So, this is Dusty now. Hello, darling. Yeah, this is Dusty. She is about 10 times the size that she was before. I think she's going to be a pretty big girl. We are still looking for a home for her, but at the moment, she's part of the family. It's awesome. So, yeah, thank you everyone for asking. But yeah, she's doing really, really well. Aren't you? Yes. There you go. You can play now. Hello from Mallorca. Wow. Life is what you make it from the UK. Hey guys. David from Wales. How's it going, buddy? I'll see you next week. This is, yeah, as I say, really surreal. Southwest France. Hello from Cyprus. Wow. Is there a place where you can buy pallets? Yes, actually. There are a few sort of hardware stores around where we are, around the VT area, and they're always getting deliveries on pallets. They're just stacked up outside. I'm sure you'd have to pay for them, but yeah, they're definitely around. From Malta heat waves, yeah, it's very hot. I've been told. Have you been to? Oh, it just went way too fast. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really not techie. Big paws, big dog. Is that true? Yeah, she's got pretty big paws. So, yeah, I think she's going to be quite a size. She's not going to be like a Great Dane, but she'll certainly be bigger than our other little dog, Lucky. Hey, come here. I'll show you Lucky. I haven't shown her for a while. Come here, darling. Come here. You want to be on the camera? And this is our other rescue dog, Lucky. We found her, we thought she was really old. Turns out she's between 1 and 2 years old. So, yeah, that came as a bit of a shock when she had pups. Liz and Mike. How's it going, guys? Crack a beer. Liz and Mike are our wonderful, I say neighbours. They're maybe an hour away, but they actually used to live in Gozo as well. So we've known them for many, many years. And yeah, just turned up around the same sort of place. Pretty crazy. So cheers, guys. Also, I've got some like pre-written questions, which were ones off of Instagram or maybe some emails. Maybe I can go through a few of those. First one here, I didn't write down names of the people, so sorry about that. It said, what are our plans for both properties? Honestly, that changes daily. House prices here are going up in our area. Not sure for the whole of Bulgaria, but in our area, certainly they're going up. And our little Bulgarian adventure, hey! Yeah, sorry, trying to read these and do the questions is really difficult for me. My brain can't do two things at once. Sorry, so yeah, what are the plans for both our properties? The house that we're currently living in, which is the one where I've been doing up the bedroom in our recent videos, we are planning to stay here probably for the rest of the year, which will give me time to sort out the apartment at the other place. This is obviously weather, time and money dependent, but that is our plan and we're kind of on schedule for that. Now once that is done, we'll do a winter over there at the new property. Should be much better insulated. Obviously we got new windows, we'll have proper heating, all of that kind of stuff, so we should be able to use the whole space, at least of the apartment. That will then give me time to work on this place while we're not living here. So yeah, I think I've said this before, it's much easier to work on a property when you're not living in it with a baby. That's what's made things really, really difficult for us. You know, wanting to move a bathroom might mean that we're without water for a day or two. Yeah, these are things that myself and Emily can do without, but Hudson can't. So that has made things a little bit difficult. So that's why we're choosing to go to the other house. Yeah, then that leaves me time and no real rush to work on this place. So we can concentrate on our other business and sorting out the visas for people, doing that kind of stuff. Dogs, excuse me, I'm on film. Thank you. Sorry about them. Yeah, and then I think eventually the plan will be to sell this property. But I imagine that we would sell it in a more finished state. So I'll install all new plumbing upstairs. We're going to open it up. We're going to do a roof terrace. There's lots and lots of plans here. Again, just very, very difficult whilst you're living here with a baby. So hope that answers that question. Have you guys got any more questions? I don't know if I can go through any of these. Do you see a lot of solar systems at home? Yes and no. I do see a lot of solar systems in more well-developed areas. Maybe not well-developed is the right term, but not a lot in the rural villages where houses are still relatively cheap. It's just not something that the local people, the older generation especially, it's not something that they're really investing in. It's more people of our age, and currently they're not the people that are in the villages. So yeah, hoping that we'll see a lot more of it. On a slightly similar note though, there is a big solar farm just down the road from us. Dog, thank you. There is a solar farm just down the road, and yeah, we get all of our power from solar. So yeah, that's wonderful. Sorry, bear with me. I'm trying to see some of these comments. Where will I get some glass from? Yeah, if you want in single panes or double panes, I've got 2 suppliers in VT. yeah, you can either order the panel and then make your own windows, or you can do PVC. Not really sure that there's any carpenters, at least not local to us, that are building windows and doors. So yeah, that's why I decided to do it myself. It was cheaper and easier. Let's see if I can scroll through some of these. Maybe I missed something. Ah, did you work in the building trade previously, or how did you learn to do most of the DIY? Yeah, really cool question, Daisy. Thank you. I've always been a guy who, what's the word? I've never liked working for other people, but I have done lots of little odd jobs with friends. So I did some tiling before. I've done some electrical work. I've done plumbing in an NHS building. But honestly, most of the stuff that I've learned has been from building aquariums. That was my passion, my hobby for a really, really long time. And yeah, I worked out a lot about plumbing, again, electrical, carpentry, all that kind of stuff from building aquariums. So that was, I think, where I learned most of my stuff. And then when I lived in Malta for 5 years in Gozo, I actually worked for a company called FXB. They were a great company, family run, and it was all hardwood, solid wood furniture. So I was building and installing kitchens made out of walnut and stuff like that. You know, real nice, expensive stuff. So I really got involved in that. It's obviously a lot easier when you're working with machines that are worth like 100 grand each. Yeah, my workshop isn't quite that just yet, but I'm hoping one day I'll be there. Are you planning a bigger veggie garden for next year? Yes, absolutely. Have we seen a rise in food prices? Locally, no, I don't think so. We do try and get as much as we can from the family-run shops down the road, but we do often go into Lidl, probably once a week, just for meats, you know, that kind of stuff that we can't find here. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a rise in food prices, if I'm honest. There is apparently a tax on bread that's been lifted. Yeah, I haven't noticed, but I've heard that that's what's going on at the moment. I think you can get EU grants to set up a solar farm. Yeah, I'm sure you probably could as a business. I'm not sure, because I did look into this somewhat. I don't think you're allowed to do it on your home property, so you would have to buy land. You would have to get the planning permissions. There's quite a lot involved in it, but it is certainly possible to get funding, or at least part funding. I really wish I had a bigger phone for this. Sorry guys. Oh, that's my finger. Rick is, how far away are we from Popovo? Actually, I'm not sure. I'll have to get back to you on that. Yeah, probably hour and a half, something like that. Returning to do some work, hopefully catch up for a beer. Absolutely, as long as I'm not driving, because you cannot drive a single drop over here. It's not allowed. Beard and flower, no tax. As in beard? Yeah, I don't know, mate. I'm sorry. Great to hear of the business venture. Thanks, Joe. Really, really kind of you. Yes, it's something that's kind of happened organically, actually. It's not something that we were trying to pursue. It's all really come from this channel. We changed it to bread. Not beard, it was bread. Yeah, nice one, Mike. What was I saying? Sorry, I'm like I said, I can't do two things at once. So this is where was it? Oh, about the business. Sorry, Joe. Yeah. Yeah, everything has really happened organically. We have always been trying to find out the best solution for people who are like-minded like us, wanting to come over here after Brexit or being a non-EU citizen, and it's become really difficult. So you need to know the right people in the right places, and we feel like we're now at that point where we can help people and make things happen. So yeah, we've had a lot of interest in that side of things. I don't think I've ever written so many emails. It's been crazy, but yeah, it's going really well. So thank you. Oh, sorry, that's my finger again. I've got to remember to do it this way. Would you recommend driving from the UK to Bulgaria for a tester? By tester, do you mean like just to come here and try it out? If that's what you mean, I would look at some of the cheaper airlines. Honestly, they're going to be a lot cheaper than driving over here. If that's what you mean, that's my opinion. And Rick has said, yeah, no drinking and driving there anyway. Yeah, no, I agree. Full disclosure, I lost my driving licence here for 2 beers. Wasn't even driving the car. It was, yeah, I was in the passenger seat on my phone. And yeah, that was fun. So yeah, when we first arrived here, we were here for 7 months without a car. Go Lee. It was awesome. Oh right, okay, yeah. So you're saying here just to come over for a week and view properties? Yeah, I absolutely would do that. A lot of people look online, and I feel like some of the agents, not saying all, there's some really great agents out there. A lot of them have never even visited the property. It'll be an owner that has sent them the pictures, and they could be from 10 years ago. So yeah, definitely find yourself a good agent if you found an area that you like. In our area, we've got a great agent that we can set you up with. He's just the best. He's actually one of our partners that we're working with on the new business. So yeah, that's how much trust we put into him. He's brilliant. Fuel costs are too high. Yes, absolutely, Mike. They are crazy. I think I've said it in some of the videos before. When we arrived here, it was 1 lev 75 or 76. So I think that would equate to about 75p, 80p, and now we are at 3 lev 50. So it's doubled, and it goes up and it goes down every single day. So you just have to sort of pick your time to go and fill up. And to be honest with you, it's a difference of about 20p when you're filling up a car. So it's not that big of an issue, but it's still very, very high at the moment. Diesel is higher than petrol. LPG has gone up ever so slightly. But if we do end up changing our car, that's probably something that we would consider doing. Would be buying a petrol car and doing the LPG conversion. I believe it's around €500 to do that, so it's really not expensive. You lose a bit of boot space, and you're probably carrying a bit more weight, but it's so much better on the economy. It really is. Rick is asking, what kind of fish do I keep? Presently, nothing. It's too stressful with the houses, with the baby, with everything like that. It's yeah, it's mental here at times. So yeah, nothing at the moment, but I do have about 20 fish tanks upstairs. So yeah, we'll get back into it, but probably once we've moved. So I imagine that would be next year at some point, maybe in the spring. And my goal for that will be to breed stingrays and probably Asian arowana, if you were interested. Okay. It says, I've done some research and the Euro tunnel is about 150 quid. Yep. And then it's a 23-hour drive. Yeah, it is. You probably want to break that down into, if it was just you driving, I would say to break that down into 3 days. So it's like 3 8-hour shifts. Yeah, it's going to cost a lot. Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure what it's like in the rest of Europe, but even just here, it's so much more expensive than it was, and isn't relative to wages. Yeah, I'm actually looking at getting a little electric scooter to get me from here to the shops. It's going to save us hundreds. You know, eventually, once it's paid for itself, it'd be brilliant. Um, Someone here has just said biodiesel. Yeah, biodiesel, great. Haven't seen anything locally. I'm not sure that I want to get into production or anything like that, but I imagine that there are people that do that here. Do I learn the Bulgarian language? No. But I do have a wonderful neighbour who is trying to teach me phrases at the moment. He speaks fantastic English, and he is here sort of as a vacation home. So he's here with his mother. Yeah, and he's going to try and teach me before the summer is over, at least so I can maybe have a little conversation with people in the shop. So we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. Any more? Oh, there's lots. Sorry, guys. LPG conversion in the UK was about £1,000 20 years ago. Yeah, from what I understand, it's about €500 here now. I could be wrong, but that's what I've been told. Are there many electric cars in BG yet? Yes, I see an awful lot around town. I believe in VT in the centre there's 2 or 3 different places you can park. One of them is outside McDonald's, if you're interested. So you can stop off, have your Big Mac, and yeah, be on your way. Other cities like Sofia, they're everywhere. Do Bulgarians accept people with tattoos? Yes, 100%. When I lived in Malta, that was one of the biggest issues I had. People would look at me differently. They perhaps weren't too kind. And I thought that would be a real problem over here, especially rurally. You know, the people that live around us are older generation. But they've been the most warming, welcoming people ever. Yeah, it's brilliant. So if anybody is inked up, don't worry. You'll be absolutely fine. Screw games. Your phone's going to die. No worries, man. I'll catch you on the next one. Have I got any locals into my sugar yet? No, absolutely not. Good question though. I have been trying to get a few people onto some other stuff. Viljata is what I'm listening to at the moment. A Swedish band, I think. Hello, mate. We're watching, so be careful what you say. That's my dad. So I can't say too much now because now they're watching. Hello, mate. You all right? Now we're actually. I keep sending them messages almost every day to my family, trying to get them to come over here and buy a cheap property. So everyone in the comments now try and find. I think it comes up as Rev G. That's my dad. So send him some messages and get him to come out here. Saw them in Camden. Nice. Yeah, I bet that was a good show. I bet it was. I haven't been to a big show in years. Years and years. There are some quite big festivals over here, if you're interested. The big one at the moment is the Hills of Rock, and Slipknot are headlining that one, and that is in Plovdiv. Great to see you live. It honestly, mate, it feels weird because I'm just sat here with the dogs, with a fan and a beer, talking to my phone. If there wasn't all of these things that I could see, I would get locked up. I would look like an absolute nutter. Devon Townsend, yeah, he's playing there as well. I hope my dad is looking at these comments now. This is awesome. Nice. Have we considered Workaway volunteers? Yes, we had one guy last year called Carl. He was great. He was awesome. An English guy. He has actually recently bought a property. Not near us. He's a few hours away. But yeah, he enjoyed Bulgaria that much that he's decided to come and buy a house. So yeah. Would we take any more people for that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that our setup is good enough for that yet. Carl was great. He actually wanted to come in the summer and sleep in a tent in the garden, so that was fine. But we don't have a spare bedroom. You know, it's something that we would consider if we had a better setup, maybe. If you don't mind, can you do live on Instagram? Right, now this is as far as my techiness goes. Emily deals with all of the Instagram. So yeah, I imagine that we could. I can't see that as being an issue. The only thing is we have to do it all around when Hudson sleeps, because he is a clingy little man at the moment. Which is why I thought I'd try it this time, just when I'm here by myself. But yeah, I'll have a chat with her and I'll see if we can do it on Instagram as well. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to read and go through these and not get my face too close to the screen. Bottles of veg oil for the car. Yeah, I assume that could be okay. Loads and loads of sunflowers been growing this year, so I'm assuming there's going to be an abundance of sunflower oil. I'm not sure if that's suitable, but yeah, maybe I can look into it. Thanks, Villa Christina BG. Lovely comment. What's the weather like in October? Yeah, still good. At least locally where we are. Might get a little cold in the evenings. But it said there that you were looking to put a new roof on your place. Okay, I'm not going to say it can't be done at all. But what I will say is that the local builders tend to do that from April to May, then June is all very wet, and then July onwards. I'm not really sure when they stop. Obviously, July, August, September is crazy hot, and I wouldn't advise it. I'll ask my friend. So send us a comment or a message, and I'll respond to you after I've spoken to him. He's a roofer. Oh, sorry guys. Thanks, Paul. That's awesome, man. That's brilliant. Yeah, when that barn fell down, I felt like it was the end of the world, because we've been stuck away trying to get back to our house, and I was thinking, I still haven't been in that barn. I want to go and have a look. I want to see what tools there are and all that kind of stuff. And we arrived and it was just in pieces. So yeah, I felt like my world had crumbled. An upside to that is that we got a load of really good stones. We got a load of free firewood, so from the timbers and stuff, and all of the tiles that we saved are actually the roof above me. So we didn't have to pay for that either. So it was sort of a blessing in disguise. I mean, I think if I could have the barn there, I would. Obviously, it would be really nice to have an extra barn space, but it has meant that we have saved on materials elsewhere. So it's kind of cool. It says here, veg oil was 5 lev a litre. Diesel is cheaper. That is absolutely right. Absolutely right. For now, guys. Let's see how it goes, eh? There's more coming in. Wow. Do I have any plans to revisit Koh Tao in the future? That's where I lived in Thailand. For anybody that doesn't know, I was a dive master over there. I mean, yeah, it was brilliant. Don't get me wrong, it was fantastic. But I ended up spending too much time in the bar and not enough time in the water. So yeah, that was sort of the end of it. It was easier to leave and just forget about it. So would I go back? Yeah, if we ever went back to Asia for a holiday, something like that, definitely like to revisit it. There was lots of cool people that I met, a few that we still stay in contact with. So yeah, that would be cool. Have you been to Debeli Rat Village? No, I haven't. No idea where that is, I'm afraid. Cheers, might put it off till next year. I'm assuming that's about the roof. Yeah, I mean, as I say, send us a message and I'll ask my roofing guy and see what he would suggest. Anton Andanov, good to see you too, buddy. Is it possible to buy second-hand bricks and roof tiles? Yes, 100%. And if you're wanting to keep things looking a bit more rustic, I would definitely suggest that's the way to go. A lot of the older materials are, at least in my opinion, better. We know of people that have replaced a roof with all new tiles, all new everything, and the tiles have needed to be replaced after about 9 years. I mean, the tiles that are on this roof here, they were put on in 1958 and they're still here. So there's something to be said about the way that they used to make them. It seems to be much better. Oh, this one is a toughie, David. How long can you use a British driving licence when you move to Bulgaria? I understand that there's lots of confusion about this. I can't talk from experience. My driving licence is from Malta, so I don't think I have the same issues. Yeah, lots of people asking us questions about licences, and honestly, I've got no idea. No personal opinion I can give. How often do buses run? The word bus for us is used quite loosely. It's like a transit van with a slidey door. That comes on a Monday at 8 o'clock. Takes you into Zlatoritsa, the local town, so you can get a coffee, do some shopping, and then, it brings you back at 11. That's it. That's all we've got here. So it's approximately a 3-hour round trip if you're walking. I'd say probably an hour on a bicycle or 20 minutes in the car. That's the other options that we've got. Liz. Thanks, Liz. Liz has just said something about the driving licences. So if anybody needing to find out, just have a look at that comment. How far are we from Russia? Pretty far, but close enough. But honestly, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know here. We don't follow the news. We find out most of the news from comments on our YouTube. Honestly, we're so far removed from it. It's crazy. I'm just seeing here. This is almost 35 minutes. Wow. Sorry, guys. I feel like I'm really rambling here. Has anybody got any more questions? I mean, if not, I'll call it a day. But if you have got any more, just whack some in. Have I considered going to some of the markets in Sofia? Yes, we do actually have a market locally to us, about 20-minute drive, which is on a Sunday. I think we made a video of it a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, so if I do need any tools or anything like that, I can go there. But honestly, we tend to buy the cheaper tools anyway, just at the moment because how our funds come in, and they all come with a warranty. So I'd rather pay a little bit extra rather than second hand. That's just for now. Once we're more established in the other place, we'll spend some more money on tooling. How would I feel if people moved into houses near you and they almost look to you and Emily as supports for a while? No problem at all. We're very honest people. We give our opinion. I think that's why some people quite like our content, because we tell it how it's happened for us, and we do like to help people, either from our mistakes or things that we've researched. So yeah, if somebody did live close, wouldn't be a problem at all. It'd be amazing. More than happy to help. Are there building regs like in the UK? Yes, there is. Can you get around them? Maybe. Depends what you want to do. Also, the planning process is pretty simple. Not nearly as expensive as the UK. If it were, if you're in a rural village, it seems to be much easier to get planning for what you want to do, rather than in like a city, for example. But yeah, just talk to your local council and they'll put you in touch with the right person. How far are you from El Hovo? Honestly, I've not heard of that, so I couldn't tell you, I'm sorry. Keep up with the costing of things, wood yards, etc. Really helpful. Yeah, no problem at all. I'm actually going to be going to the wood yards probably in August. I've got a few things to sort out with the doors over there, so I'm going to go and get some more material, and I'll definitely take the camera with me for that. Thanks, Liz. What is your opinion on Bulgarian Rakia Scotch? Honestly, it's awful. We do use it though. We use it in cooking. It's actually pretty flavourful in cooking. But yeah, to drink, it's not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea at all. Is it generally easy to buy land only for non-residential use? Yeah, that would be classed as agricultural land, I'm assuming. Yes, you can do it, but as a foreigner, you would need to do it with a company, and that company needs to be older than 5 years. So when people are coming over here now, they are starting a company in order to purchase their home. That's absolutely fine. But agricultural, no, it needs to be 5 years. If you do need help and you want to buy agricultural land, we can find a already established company for you. There's obviously a fee involved in that, but we can find that for you, so that you can buy the agricultural land, no problem. Rakia tastes of pain. Yeah, if pain had a flavour, that would be it. It's not the best drink I've ever had. What are the BG people's attitudes to LGBT? You know what? It's never really come up in a conversation. I've never known it to be a problem. In our village, there is somebody who would be included in that group. No problem at all. So whether we're lucky here and the people are very accepting, I don't know. It's never been a problem. Never will be a problem as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, hope that answers that question. You guys don't know how to drink Rakia. If you do, it's amazing. It probably is, but for me, it's a bit of an acquired taste. Wow, look at that. We're getting on for 40 minutes now. I'm probably going to call it a day now, guys, if you don't mind. But yeah, actually, this was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll sort out another one whilst Emily's still away. It's nice and easy, and yeah, thank you for tuning in. It's been really, really cool. 1 Rakia, 2 Rakia, 3 Rakia floor. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and yeah, peace. We'll do this again.